video day, guys. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about Anastasia Beverly Hills' brand new foundation. This is her Luminous Foundation that she just finished launching, and I was able to grab it from Ulta, so I have a lot of stuff to talk to you guys about. I'm doing a full day's wear test. This is the end of the wear test. Right now, as I'm filming this intro, I'm at the 9-hour mark of wearing this foundation, so I already know everything about this. So we're going to get into everything I can tell you guys about this foundation, and we're going to talk about that right now. If you guys are new to the channel, I'm Christina Brooke, and this is the GLAMRANCH. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you guys like makeup. Also, I have a huge back to school giveaway going on right now. There will be a link in the description box. Don't forget to check that out after you watch the video. So anyways, let's get right into this foundation. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. I was so excited to pick this up. I love luminous foundations. Anything that has luminosity to the skin, I love. We're gonna get into the basics of this. Let's first talk about the outer packaging. What do you get? So when you first get the product, it comes in this really pretty silver packaging. It does say Anastasia in the front. And then on the side, they are giving you a lot of information about this product. So it is in a glass bottle, which I do love because it feels more luxurious. You also have this really fun foundation written on the side of one side of the bottle. On the other side, it has more of the classic Anastasia Beverly Hills look. And it also says Luminous Foundation on the front. You are getting 1 fluid ounce of product in here, which is a standard amount of foundation. And I like the packaging. The packaging is really nice. I don't think that she skipped any corners here. I love that everything is written onto the bottle and it's not a sticker, so that I really enjoy. So right off the bat, the packaging is adorable. I like the packaging. This foundation thing, I mean, it's cool, it's different. I have seen this before. I feel like it was Il Maquillage or somebody who has a similar kind of like font like this, but I do like this. It's different, it gets your attention. I mean, you see this, you know what it is. I do think that the Anastasia Beverly Hills logo is a little bit more elegant and this is a little bit more bold, so it's kind of like, I don't know, it's a little bit contradictory, but at the same time, I'm okay with it. So I'm gonna read to you guys some of the items that I think are super important on here that I love. It says it's vegan, it's gluten-free, it's alcohol-free. It also says it's non-comedogenic, it's suitable for sensitive skin, it's long-wearing, and it has no flashback. Great points right there. Super awesome. The foundation itself retails for $38 US. It is available at Ulta Beauty. It's also available at the Anastasia Beverly Hills website, and it will be coming to Sephora pretty soon. I will put the link in the description box to the foundation. There's a few other things that's really cool. It does not have any fragrance in it, which we will talk about later, and it's alcohol free and it's luminous. So we've got a lot of positive things going for this, and we're gonna get into the wear test right now. I wore this for 9 hours today. I'm going to show you guys from the beginning, applying it all the way to the end of the night, which is right now. And I'm going to talk to you guys about every detail I can on this foundation. So let's go ahead and let's get right into the wear test. So I'm going to be filming this from my cell phone because I'm actually in a hurry today. I have a lot of stuff to do. So I'm going to film this whole wear test from my iPhone. It has a really good camera, so I think we should be okay. But I did pick up this foundation yesterday. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation that she just released. There wasn't that many colors when I went to Ulta left, which I was kind of shocked. They sold out so quickly. And I got it in 250C. So I have my phone propped up on top of a PJ Masks doll. So hopefully it's not too crooked, but anyway, so we're gonna try this on. Hopefully I got a good color. It's 250C. It's the only one that looked like it matched me good, and I don't know. It was either go lighter or go darker, and I decided to go darker because that way it'll look better on camera and also in flash. So the bottle looks like this. I'll show you guys a better video of this when I get to my nice camera, but I just want to do this wear test because I have a full day today. Okay, so I'm going to put on my Tasha Silk Canvas as my primer, and I'm just going to prime around the areas that I have pores. I always do this. So this is a typical step for me. So this is nothing abnormal. So most foundations need to adjust to this. A little bit right here. Hopefully this angle is not bad because, like I said, I have this propped on top of a doll and whatever. Okay, so, all right, that's good. All right, so let's jump into the Anastasia foundation. I'm really excited to put this on. I kind of tried it on in Ulta, but like on top of what I had on, so I didn't get to like play with it too much. Let's first see what this texture is like. Ooh, Okay, so this is a stiffer foundation. So I usually kind of like stiffer foundations, not as liquidy, so I'm actually excited about that. So I already like the consistency of it. The color is not perfect, like I told you guys before, but in the store, it actually didn't look that bad. So when it blended out and everything, I was like, okay, well, this color looks pretty decent. So it's pretty good. So like I said, I'm filming this on my iPhone, so it's a little bit harder for me to really see good. I'm gonna have to look in a mirror as well. But I really wanted to show you guys me applying this for the first time so we can kind of like get an idea together. But so far, it's applying pretty nice. The color might be a tad darker than I would need, but I don't know. The colors, the two colors that they were missing were maybe the colors that would match me the best. But then when I was looking at the two colors that they were missing online, I was like, huh, they look too pink. So I don't know, this might have been my color. Okay, so right now, off the bat, this is applying pretty nice. So right now I have like a light medium coverage. I want to see if I can get this to a little heavier. Because the color is a little darker than my skin, I can't build it up too much or I literally will be two different colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cover this area that I have a little bit more acne scars. Hopefully this doesn't oxidize too much because then the color will be off. But so far the coverage looks like it's pretty good. Like I'm applying it right here where I have a little bit more acne scars and I feel like it's covering it really good. I do think that you're gonna be able to get this to a full coverage. So because the color's a little off, I bring it down my neck. My neck is a little darker. So we'll see how this all looks after I put on my concealer and everything. Right now, I really like the luminous effect that it's giving me. You guys can kind of see it on this side where I have the light facing me. It has a really pretty loomy look. I actually really like that. And let's put on the rest of the makeup and then let's see how this comes together. All right, here's check-in number one. It's 10:30 and my whole face is done. So this is what the foundation looks like. And the color ended up matching pretty good. So far, I like the way it looks, so I'm excited to keep wearing it. And it does have a very luminous look. If you guys can tell in the natural light, you guys can see how it's kind of loomy. So I'll let you guys know how it works. Hey guys, so I wanted to give you guys a few updates. First off, the foundation feels so comfortable on my skin compared to the Pat McGrath one. This one just doesn't even feel like I have foundation on, which is awesome, but the coverage is so much more. I don't even see any flaws too much. I see a little bit of redness right here, but that's just because I didn't like really do full coverage. But I love the way my skin looks right now. It looks super luminous. Everything looks really, really pretty. And honestly, I love the color match. It's a little bit darker than my skin, but I actually like it that way. You can't really tell, but after I put on the concealer and everything, it kind of blends really nice. And I'm really loving this so far. And I love the luminosity. I can't get over how much I love the luminosity it has. And I love the coverage. Cross fingers, guys. This may be a really good foundation. I'm hoping that this lasts the way it looks like it's going to, and I'm super excited. Hey guys, so we have a foundation update. Right now it's 1:30, so it's been 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. 3 hours, and so far the foundation looks really, really good. I actually like the way it looks. I've been touching my face. It still looks really luminous, if you guys can see, and I don't have too much breakup at all, actually. So far so good. I'll catch up with you guys in a few more hours, but so far everything has been wearing really, really nice. All right guys, it is 5:30 and I'm gonna do one more update once I get home, but I have been doing a lot of stuff today and I have to say that I think the foundation looks really good. I mean, I see some of the oils. I'm trying to get a natural light so you can see. I see some of the oils coming through my skin and you know, some of the foundation has faded. Regular fading. I think it's done pretty good. My face actually looks really nice right now. Everything looks pretty good. So I'm actually pretty happy right now. So I'm gonna finish off this wear test, getting to my house and doing some stuff over there, and then I'll close it out and show you guys how it looks. And right now I'm happy. So I'll see you guys in a few hours, but it's been 7 hours and this looks good. I think it looks good. So I'm excited. All right guys, so we have hit the end of the wear test right now. Let's see what time it is. It is 7:30 at night. So that means that I've had this foundation on since 10:30 in the morning and it's 7:30 at night. That makes it 9 hours. So I've been wearing this foundation for exactly 9 hours. Past 9 hours, usually foundations just end up like not looking that great anymore. So I mean, for the most part, I think 8-hour workday, this is how you guys are gonna look. I actually don't think it looks that bad. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you guys can see. I do have oils peeking through. I mean, I just kind of look a little bit oily. So this is not bad. I actually think it looks good. I've worn out a little bit of the foundation around the nose area, kind of like around here where I rub. But I don't think it looks bad. Like, I would say for how many hours I've had it on, it actually looks pretty good. I have a few things that I like the most about it. I'll tell you the first thing that I really like is it doesn't feel heavy, but it is a thicker foundation. I feel like you can build this up to full coverage, or at least a really nice coverage. Like, definitely medium coverage you can do. I don't think it gets too light. It gets definitely medium, and then you could build up from there. So I think you can get this to full coverage. At first I thought the color might be a little too dark, but after putting on my makeup and everything, I love the way the color looked. It faded really nice. I don't believe it oxidized, because if it would have oxidized a lot, I would have noticed a difference because it was dark to begin with. So I really like this foundation. It feels lightweight, so it doesn't feel like you're wearing a lot of makeup, which I really like. Even with the Pat McGrath one that I just finished purchasing, you guys probably just saw a review on. I love the way it looked on the skin, but I didn't like the way it felt on the skin. And that's a problem because you're wearing foundation the whole day. So this foundation is very different. So this foundation looks great on the skin, but it also feels great on the skin. It didn't feel like I had makeup on. It also didn't feel wet, or it didn't feel anything. It just had a really beautiful luminous look to it. I honestly feel like my skin looks super flawless with this foundation, which I love. It kind of went over the pores. It didn't cling to any of my dry patches. It kind of just made everything look really nice. So if I were to compare this one to even the Pat McGrath one that I just finished buying, I feel like the Pat McGrath one had this beautiful look to it, but so many other problems with it that I was not in love with for the price tag. And this one, being half the price, has a nicer feel to it. It still has a beautiful finish, and it still gives me that luminous effect. So I am in love with this. I think I like it more than the Pat McGrath one, to be honest. The Pat McGrath one maybe had a little bit of a prettier finish, but this one is still very pretty, and I really love it. And I love the way this one feels on the skin. So I think that that kind of like knocks the Pat McGrath one out of the ball game for me, that this one feels so good on the skin, and it really feels like you're not wearing makeup, and it is a heavier foundation, and you can build it up. So that's a really positive thing for me. Another thing is, because it's a thicker foundation, you would think it will get into lines and stuff. This one did not get into lines. I didn't feel like my forehead creases were showing. I also didn't think that my fine lines were coming out any more than usual. I think they looked really good and smoothed over. So there's a lot of positive things that I noticed with this foundation. If you guys saw it in the wear test, you probably can tell like the skin looks very smoothed over, and I really love that. One more thing I'm going to talk about is the finish. The finish is beautiful. It gives you this beautiful luminous skin look. The difference though is that this one does not feel like hydrating. I don't feel like this feels hydrating. This one is a little bit drier. So because it doesn't feel like super hydrating, I honestly feel like if you have oily skin, you're probably going to be able to get away with wearing this, and it's just going to give you that really nice luminosity to your skin. I feel like this foundation is aimed more towards normal skin, combo skin, and I feel like oily skin could probably get away with this. I want to see what dry skin girls say about this. I'm really interested in that. I want to kind of like blot my face off with some powder, and I want to see how I can like revamp this look a little bit after 8 hours to see kind of like if I can make these oils kind of go down a little bit. I'm just going to kind of like go over these areas that I'm a little bit oily, a little bit on the T-zone. I just want to see if I can bring this foundation back to life after 8 hours. That did a pretty decent job. I don't feel like I'm as oily as I was before, a little bit still, but I think with a little bit of powder, maybe even some blotting, you can probably like revive this foundation for maybe a few more hours. But I like this. I like this a lot. I think for the price tag, I think it's really good. I think it's a great foundation. I'm happy with it. Let me see if I can answer any of you guys' questions that you guys asked me on my community tab. So I have this question here. It says, does it last the whole day? So in my opinion, I would say like 6 hours, you're still looking good. 7 hours, you're starting to look a little oily. By the time it's 9 hours, you got your oils coming through. It doesn't look bad. But from then on, I think it's just going to be downhill. So I mean, I guess it depends on what your whole day is. If it's an 8-hour work day, I think you're going to last pretty nice. But then we want to know if it's a full coverage foundation. I would say that I definitely think this is a medium, and I think you can build it up to be full coverage. I think this does have the consistency to cover a lot, but it is not a full coverage right away foundation. Like, you're not gonna put it on and be like, oh wow, this is full coverage. You're gonna go medium and you're gonna build it up to full, and I think you can for sure. Is it hydrating for dry skin? I kind of covered that if you guys heard before. I kind of feel like dry skin, I would tell you guys to get a sample of it. The smell, that's a good question. You know what? I don't think it had a smell because I didn't notice any smell when I had it on. Does it? No, this does not have a smell. Wow, no, there's absolutely no smell with this. That is so great. And actually, thanks for your question because I didn't even notice to mention that. And then the last question we're gonna answer is about the texture. How is the texture? The texture is a little bit like a thicker foundation. This is definitely not a runny foundation. This has a little bit of thicker feel to it. It's actually a little bit easier to work with when they're a little bit thicker. That's how I feel. I feel like sometimes when foundation's a little bit more runny, they're a little harder to blend. That's what my experience has been. It's a standard kind of thicker formula. I like the formula. It feels really good. It blends really nice. So I really like the texture. So if you guys have any more questions, don't forget to leave them down in the description box and I'll try to answer as many as I can. Of course, like every single one of my first impressions, guys, there will be a review follow-up after I've tried this for long enough that I can tell you guys for sure. But if I think that you guys should try this, I definitely think it's worth it. I like it a lot. I definitely give this 2 thumbs up as of right now. I love the way it looks. And I will continue to wear it for sure. I mean, you guys are probably gonna see this on me a lot more. That's how much I kind of like it. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the L'Oreal Fresh Wear foundation, which is one of my favorite drugstore foundations. So I'm pretty excited with this, guys. I really am. So I give this 2 thumbs up. I think you guys should check it out if you guys are interested. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.